Here's how individual citizens can focus on good candidates and avoid being swayed by superficial appeals. 1. Look for substance, not just style. Policies over personality. Demand concrete plans. Don't just listen to eloquent speeches. Focus on exactly what the candidate intends to do. Ask yourself, what are their specific proposals for the economy, education, security? How will they actually make these things happen? What are the clear steps? Seek measurable outcomes. For every promise, ask, how will we know if this has been achieved? What results or improvements can we expect to see, and by when? A good candidate offers actionable strategies, not just vague hopes. Evaluate financial realism. Does the candidate explain how they will fund their promises? Are their plans financially sound and sustainable? Be wary of promises that seem too good to be true without a clear financial backing. 2. Scrutinize their track record, what they've done, not just what they say. Show me the evidence. Look at the candidate's past performance in any previous role, whether in government, business, or community leadership. What specific accomplishments can they point to? Did they deliver on their promises before? Research their history. Investigate their past. Have they consistently upheld the values they now preach? Are there any inconsistencies between their past actions and their current statements? Assess their problem solving. How have they handled challenges, failures, or difficult situations in the past? Did they show good judgment, resilience, and effective solutions? Or did they deflect blame? 3. Deeply assess character and integrity. Look for honesty and transparency. Do they answer questions directly, or do they evade them? Do they answer questions directly, or do they evade them? Do they answer questions directly, or do they evade them?
Lagos, the presidential candidate of the APC, when asked directly about key policy points, pointed to other people on his team and asked them to answer for him. What's your position on this? You have different people asking you for your vote. Those votes that we talked about before we got into the big three proper, the votes that your PVC allows you to cast when you go and collect them from December 12th. Those votes, different people are asking you for those votes, right? Do you believe that those people who are asking you to vote for them should answer all the questions that they are asked directly? Or do you believe that they should be able to ask somebody to answer for them? 0700-993-993-993. Festus Kayamo says that there's nothing wrong with it. He gave the example of US President Joe Biden. At a press conference on COVID, Biden directed some questions to Dr. Anthony Fauci. But Lagos, remember, Biden was already president. Back when Biden was a candidate, he wasn't redirecting questions on his to his team. Now, from a media perspective, I can say that it is quite unusual to see a candidate do this. What do you think about people looking for your vote, having other people answer questions that were directed at them? Do you believe that they should answer the questions that you've asked them directly? Or do you believe, come on, there's nothing wrong with them delegating? Is there a difference between reading a prepared speech and answering questions from an audience?
Tinubu's in Chatham House was a show of shame, if I'm to say. He's the one vying for the position of the president.
Okay.
But what is our business with his delegate? Even though he picked El-Rufai to speak on insecurity, the same person whose state is ravaged by insurgency is the one speaking on security. Well, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They believe Nigerians are gullible enough to fall for this innovative thinking they're trying to attach to this disgrace.
Yeah, I would not like to vote for a president, so incoming president, I will be directing questions. That means he's telling me when situation is going on in this country, he will direct those people to us to be asking us questions, and he will go and relax somewhere.
Okay.
And again, he's talking about Biden. This thing, they cannot tolerate it in US. Or somebody has already sitting before doing all those things, and you are using it to compare somebody that wants to come into to a seat that he cannot even answer those questions direct, that means he's not fit to be there. If Nigeria wants the ancestors to continue to rule, then let them continue.
Do they seem open about their background, their assets, and their intentions? Transparency builds trust. Check for financial integrity. Are there any credible allegations of corruption, misuse of funds, or unethical financial dealings in their past? This is a critical indicator of whether they will serve the public or themselves. Observe how they treat others. How do they respond to criticism or opposition? Do they engage in respectful debate, or do they resort to insults, attacks, or divisive language? A leader's character is often revealed in how they treat those who disagree with them. Seek independent vetting. Don't just rely on campaign materials or party statements. Look for reports from reputable, unbiased sources like investigative journalists, anti-corruption organizations, or nonpartisan research groups. 4. Engage in critical thinking and active questioning. Challenge assumptions. Don't just accept what a candidate says. Ask why, and how, and what about. Identify red flags. Be skeptical of candidates who offer simple solutions to complex problems, make grand promises without details, or try to win votes purely through emotional appeals, tribalism, or religious sentiments. Compare and contrast. Don't evaluate candidates in isolation. Compare their specific plans, track records, and character against other contenders. 5. Utilize diverse and credible information sources. Broaden your information diet. Don't limit yourself to news sources or social media feeds that only confirm your existing beliefs. Actively seek out different perspectives and analyses. Consult experts. Listen to the insights of economists, policy experts, academics, and professionals in various sectors who can provide informed opinions on the feasibility and potential impact of candidates' plans. Engage with communities. Talk to people in different communities or groups who have experienced a candidate's past leadership firsthand. By actively practicing these steps, individual citizens can make more informed, evidence-based choices, moving past superficial charm or short-term gains, and instead choose leaders with genuine competence, integrity, and a true commitment to serving the nation. This is how positive change in leadership truly begins.
This is AMSA